Hello children, we are back again to continue with the chapter The Earth Our Home. Class 3 SST Chapter 1 The Earth Our Home. Remember, it is a geography chapter. Okay, we have already discussed this chapter till shape of the earth, which is on page 7. Today we shall continue from where we had stopped. If you have missed out on what we have done earlier, so let's quickly recapitulate what we have done so far. We have done what is earth. What is earth we have done? Earth is a planet. Okay. We have also done what is a planet. What is a planet? A planet, it is a Greek word which means wanderer. Why do we call it wanderer? Because all the planets, they move around the sun, isn't it? That is why planets are known as wanderer. And Earth is one of them. We have also learned that there are 8 planets in our solar system. Solar system consists of sun and the 8 planets. They are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Okay. Earlier, people believed that Earth was flat. So, they believed that Earth was flat, and if they travelled or ventured far into the sea, they would soon come to the edge of the earth and they would fall off the edge of the earth. Okay. So, people believed that earth was flat. Ferdinand Magellan in 1519 proved that earth was not flat, it was round. How he proved? He took sailors and he went on a journey from Spain, and he started sailing from Spain and kept on travelling in east direction, and after years of sailing he came back to Spain, which proved that earth was not flat, it was round, and he had come back to the same place after years of journey. Okay. Another proof that our earth is round is the horizon. What is the horizon? The point where the sky and the earth seems to meet, that point is known as horizon. And the horizon appears circular, isn't it? Which proves that our earth is round in shape, not flat. If it would have been flat, then what it would have happened? The horizon would have looked straight, not circular. Okay. Another things which prove that earth is round are photographs taken by astronauts in 1969. In 1969, what happened? Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong on July 20, 1969, they landed on moon and they had taken photographs. And those photographs prove that the earth is round and not flat. Okay, we were here, we had done till here. Now we will start movement of the earth. Okay. Now the earth shows 2 types of motions, okay, which leads to season and day-night patterns. You know, we have day and night. Also we have season changes. Okay. Have you ever wondered why day and night is happening, how day and night is happening, and how the seasons are changing? This is all because of the 2 motions of the earth. Okay. These motions are rotation and revolution. Okay. Rotation is movement of earth round its own axis once. It takes 24 hours or 1 day to complete one rotation. Rotation causes day and night. And revolution on earth means movement of the earth round the sun on its orbit. It takes 300 365 1/4 days or 1 year to complete one revolution around the sun. And revolution of earth causes change of seasons, which are seasons namely summer, autumn, winter, spring. Okay, so rotation of the earth causes day and night, and revolution of the earth causes changes in season. So we will discuss about rotation and revolution of the earth as the movement of the earth. Okay, so now children, you all will open page 7 of your SST book, class 3 SST book, page 7, and follow. Okay, movement of the earth. The earth is always moving. It spins like a top and also travels around the sun at the same time. Okay, let's have a look at this. Can you see what is this? This is a globe. Okay. Let me bring it closer to you. This is a globe. Yes, it looks exactly like Earth. And see how it rotates. Isn't it? So our earth also rotates on its axis. Okay? Like this it rotates on its axis. So our earth is always moving and it spins like a top and also travels around the sun. It is not stationary. It does not spin at its own place only. It spins at its own place as well as it moves around the sun at the same time. We use these two motions of the earth to measure the length of days and years. The earth spins. Okay, turn your page to page number 8. The earth spins round its axis from west to east direction. Okay, I had earlier told you all that we have 4 directions: north, south, east and west. So our earth spins from west to east. From west to east. Like this. Okay. It takes a whole day to spin round once. The spinning of the earth on its axis is called rotation of the earth. Now you see, if I bring this globe close to you, you can see if I try to move this, it is spinning on its own axis. Axis is nothing like this. Our earth does not have like this. Okay, it is an imaginary line. Axis is an imaginary line. Okay, we suppose that an imaginary line passes through the earth. Okay, and it spins on its axis like this, as well as it moves round the sun. Okay, when it spins once on its axis, then it causes day and night. Okay, it takes 24 hours to spin once around its own axis. Okay, and it causes day and night. Understood? Now, the earth moves round the sun. So the earth it is not stationary. It also moves round the sun. And the path it takes is called orbit. Now let me show you another thing. Now have a look at this. What can you see? You can see sun and you can see earth. We do not have 4 earth. What it is showing the movement of earth round the sun. It moves around the sun. Okay. This is the imaginary line axis. Okay. earth is spinning like a top on its axis, as well as it is moving around the sun. Okay, this is called revolution. Movement of earth around the sun is called revolution. Okay, the earth moves around the sun. The path it takes is called the orbit. See, this path which the earth takes to revolve around the sun is known as orbit. What is orbit? Orbit is the path of a celestial object or planet or moon. Like our earth follow its own path, this path, its own orbit around the sun. Likewise, all other planets, satellites, celestial body moves on their own path or what we call orbit. Okay, understood? The path on which each planet, each celestial body, satellites move around the sun is called orbit. Our earth also has its own orbit and it moves around its own orbit. Understood? What is orbit? Okay. Now we shall proceed. This movement of the earth is called its revolution. So which movement? The movement of earth around the sun is called revolution. Okay. The earth takes a whole year to travel round the sun. Okay. So we have learnt till now about rotation of the earth and revolution of the earth. So rotation of the earth causes what? Rotation of the earth causes day and night, and it takes 24 hours. And revolution of the earth causes changes of season, and it takes one whole year to complete one revolution. Understood? Have you all understood? Yes. Now we will move to the next point. The surface of the earth. Okay? The surface of the earth. Now, what is the surface of the earth? Let us first discuss. Most of the earth's surface is about 70% is covered with water, and the remaining 30% is made up of 7 continental land masses. Okay. If we divide earth into 3 parts, then we can see it like this. Yes. Our earth, if we divide it into 3 parts, we can see that out of 3 parts, 2 parts are water and only 1 part is land. Okay. So we have more of water and less of land. That is why we call our planet blue planet, isn't it? So let's read through the surface of the earth. Okay. The surface of the earth is made up of land and water. About 2/3 of it is water and 1/3 is land. 2/3 means, see in this diagram, if you all have not understood, if we divide earth into 3 parts, 2 out of 3, 2/3 mean 2 out of 3 part is water and 1/3 means 1 part out of the 3 part is land. Understood? It is surrounded by thick layer of air extending up to a height of about 400 km. Above this layer, the outermost region of the atmosphere is called exosphere. Okay children, we have learnt now in our last class that about atmosphere. What is atmosphere? It is a mixture of gases that surrounds the earth, which is around the earth, which is surrounding earth. It is very important. Okay. Atmosphere is very important for us. Okay. Now beyond the atmosphere, if atmosphere is around the earth, just beyond atmosphere there is a thin layer which is known as exosphere. Okay. The exosphere is a thin atmosphere like volume surrounding a planet or a natural satellite. Okay. So above the layer, the outermost region of the atmosphere is called exosphere. The Earth's face shows forests, fields, hills, mountains, rivers, lakes and seas. So the Earth face shows means what do we have on Earth? What things we have on Earth? We have forests, we have fields, we have hills, we have mountains, we have rivers, lakes and seas. The fields, forests and hills are on the dry part, isn't it? Fields, forests, hills, these are on dry part means these are on land. Okay. This part is called the land. So the fields, forests, hills, mountains, plains, these are all part of land. Understood? Whereas the rivers, lakes and seas are the parts of the earth underwater. This part is called water part. So our earth has hills, mountains, forests, fields. They are dry part and they are called land. And as well as we have rivers, seas, oceans, ponds, lakes. Okay, they are underwater and we call it water part. The land part of the earth is very useful in several ways. Useful hubs are found on hills and mountains. Trees growing on hills give us wood, fuel wood, gum, wood pulp, etc. So we find lots and lots of useful things on land, isn't it? Suppose herbs are found on hills. Okay, hills and mountains, they give us very important herbs which have lots of medicinal values. Okay, and trees growing on hills gives us wood, fuel wood. Fuel wood means wood which is used to set in fire, isn't it? We light the fire for some use. Okay, and they give us wood pulp. What is wood pulp? Wood pulp is used in manufacture of paper, isn't it? Whatever paper we are using, it comes from wood pulp. Okay, plains give us crops, flowers and fruits also. Now the water part is also very useful in several ways. Only land is not important. Water is also important. Water bodies on land are used to irrigate crops. Irrigate crops. What do you mean by irrigate? Irrigation. Irrigation is watering of land to make it ready for agriculture or to grow crops. Some of the area they do not have much of water. They are dry lands. So farmers use waters from these lakes, rivers to irrigate the crop. To irrigate the crop means to water the plants, the crops. Understood? This is called irrigation. Water is used to generate electricity. Children, we all know water also is used to generate electricity, isn't it? A large number of animals also live in water, such as fish, frogs, crabs, etc. So fish, frogs, crabs, these animals, their habitat is water. Okay, so water is a very important habitat to large number of species of animals. Okay, the oceans are sources of fish. The fish we eat, which we consume, they are all coming from oceans, isn't it? So the oceans are sources of fish. They also provide salt, which is very important for our life. Salt also comes from ocean. Ocean water is salty, isn't it? And due to lots of processes, these ocean salty water is changed into salt, which we all need in our food, isn't it? So water, ocean is also very important. Land as well as water, both are important for us. Understood, children? Okay. Now, let us recapitulate what we have done. We will go very quickly. Okay. Let us recapitulate. Let us put this point and see through it. Let's recapitulate. We have learnt rotation and revolution of the earth. The earth shows two types of motions. They are known as rotation and revolution. Rotation causes day and night and it takes 24 hours, means one day. Revolution causes change in seasons and it takes 1 year to complete one revolution round the sun. Okay. Next, we have learned that earth spins on its axis from west to east. It spins from west to east. Okay. Surface of the water. The surface of the water, earth, consists of land and water. Surface of the earth is covered with land and water and both are important. We have also learned that 2/3 of the earth is water, 1/3 is land. Today we have also learned about exosphere. The outermost region of the atmosphere is called exosphere. Okay. And last but not the least, we have learned that both land and water, which is the part of the earth, is useful to us. Isn't it? Land gives us many things useful: herbs, wood, gum, wood pulp, crops, flowers, fruits, etc. And water is also used for irrigation. They give us electricity. They help in producing electricity. They are source of fish. Lots of animals also live in water, and ocean water also provide salt to us. Okay. So we have finished our chapter today. I hope you all have understood the chapter. Well, you can now try to work out the exercises given at the back of your book. And also you can draw the two motions of the earth. What are the two motions of the earth? Rotation and revolution. Okay. In your exercise copies. Okay. Children, bye for now.